Hello, everyone. Hello. How are you doing? My name is Sebastian Antonio St. Charles Braham. A big name for a big guy. Anyway, Sebastian Braham. I am from Runner Bay, St. Anne, Jamaica. All right. I'm a gospel artist slash event promoter. And Auntie Dana is always encouraging me to do videos. And I keep telling her soon, 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 soon. But anyways, I seem to have some time on my hand, and I decided to make 1 or 2 videos for this weekend. And I want to say to that person out there that you keep attempting to do something and you keep failing, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. I am here reflecting, and I remember, as I mentioned earlier, that I am also an event promoter. And I remember all my life, all I know to do is sing, 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 sing. From I was a child coming up, being a part of church and school, I was I was on my school choir. I remember I was taken off the school choir because, mercy God, the teacher was saying that, man, you're too stiff, man, you're too sister, well, yeah, my teacher slash church sister. Miss, big up Miss Margaret, big up. Yeah, man, she take me off the school choir because we were entering festival, and for some reason, in God's name, nobody could get me to dance on the stage. Until this day, I can't dance. But anyways, I'm still here. And yes, that's all I know. All I know is to sing. I remember for a summer break, I took a job and at the Club Caribbean Resort in Runner Bay, St. Anne. And I remember when I went to HR, they said to me what you wanted to do. Not a clue, not a clue. I had not a clue. I didn't know what to say. I said, what are the options? They said bartender, dining room, and laundry. I was pretty much growing up in church. I don't know nothing about bartending. I don't know how to mix a drink because I was growing in church all my life, being on the Sunday school choir and all of that. And yeah, I didn't say I was serious all the time, but yeah, however. So out of all the options, I chose laundry because for some reason I am here saying laundry must be easy. The laundry must be easy and no boss over your head. So I selected a laundry room. It was the worst thing that I ever it was the worst thing. It was the worst thing because here am I said, so I know the owner's secretary, which she basically, yeah, she sent me straight to HR, and pretty much I knew I got the job. So I did a test, and it's all right, you pass, blah blah blah, and they sent me to the laundry room. So mercy God, it was the worst boss ever. I didn't know that laundry room was so hot and busy. And for those of you who know me, I am not a slim person. So I can't stand the heat. I really can't stand the heat. So here am I in the laundry room, and day by day, do this, do that, iron stuff. And the place was just hot. You couldn't get a break if you try. Because even when there's nothing in the room to do, somebody over you, Sebastian, do that, find something to do, and there's nothing in the room to do. Because yes, it was a big resort, but comes a time where you can break, but you couldn't break. I found myself taking so many bathrooms break. Yes, man, I would find every reason to go into the bathroom. And I'm not going to the bathroom, but it's the only way I can get a break from something and nobody over me. And I did it till I said to my mother, Mr. McCann, manage this somewhere. Because I was, at some point, I had to iron the sheets for the hotel. There are some big sheets, and I had to run them through a big iron. And it was really hot. And I had to keep going to the ice machine to refill a cup with ice and just to keep going because I kept, yeah, I was, what's the word there? I was dehydrated. Yeah, that word, that word. No, I'm gonna leave it. That word. All right. So I called my mother one day and I said to my mother, I can't manage this, And for some reason, she took me serious because she know, I used to hard labor. She took me serious. She with her, yeah, sorry if she's seen this. She with her chatty said, go call my father. And my father called me and said, hello, you cannot leave the job. You cannot leave the job. I said, for those of you who know me, I said, what is this? So for some reason I kept going, but the boss she wasn't my favorite person. I wasn't her favorite person. Because for some reason I was singing from that time and there were some days that I had to leave early to go to an event. And she would say, Sebastian, if you know you want to leave half an hour earlier, why you didn't call me? Why you didn't come in 1 hour earlier? And all of that. So, yeah, I say, yeah. So, but she kept letting me off, but I was eventually fired from the job. I was eventually fired because, as I mentioned earlier, I would find every reason to go to the bathroom. Every reason to go to the bathroom. I don't want to use the bathroom. And everybody would always be asking for Sebastian. So that time Sebastian would be in the bathroom. I remember I wasn't allowed on the property, and for some reason I would just go on to the property sometime and just walking around. You would feel like I'm the general manager for the property because I'll be there just walking. And yes. So eventually I came in with my phone one day. They didn't tell me that I can't use my phone, I can't bring my phone on property. And when I was leaving, the security fired me. So, yeah, I couldn't pretend I was sad, but they fired me. And no, the security reported that I had a phone in my bag. And HR called me the next day. They said blah, blah, blah. Basically, I can't have my phone on property, and that is called for immediate dismissal. So I said, okay. Because you know why I wasn't disappointed? Because that job, I was there at one point for 2 weeks, and I remember that we had some holidays within that 2 weeks. And holiday paid double at the hotel. And I remember the paycheck was like a couple years ago, yeah, when I was in high school. It wasn't so long ago either. So the paycheck was like 10,000 something for the 2 weeks. So I said, then this, I'm so sorry for the persons who are doing those jobs, and I know the energy that it takes at such a low pay. But the check was like 10,000 something for the 2 weeks. I said, but this don't make any sense. So I was eventually fired, but I want to say to somebody, just keep going and doing what you have to do. All I knew was singing. And I remember I attempt to do an event in Westmoreland. And I went, wow. I remember that event so well. I remember that event, I use a phone. I've been to the venue already because Joan Flemings, I went with her and I saw, yeah, it was a nice venue. I think it was Manning's High School, to be exact. Manning's High School. Is that Westmoreland or Savlamar? But yeah, Manning's High School. And I went ahead and I booked the venue and paid the money, booked the chairs, booked the artists. I remember the artists that came to support me that night, and the artists were Joan Flemings, Jabez. I was on the show. And who else was on the show? Wow. Who else was on the show? and the MC was Diana Murphy. It was a long time ago. I'm going to look for the flyer and see if I can share it with this video. Diana Murphy. And I think I booked about 300 chairs for the event because it's a venue that I've been to repeatedly. And I see that the venue would really do well for a gospel concert. So I booked the venue, booked the chairs, booked the MC, booked the artists. Jabez agreed to come and support me for the night. Same thing with Joan Flemings. So in my head, I feel that, yeah, I have a wonderful event. Yeah, man, the house is going to be packed with people. Yes, man. And so, wow, to my surprise, so I went down one day with the banners and billboards and flyers, and I dropped off the tickets at the various outlets for tickets to be sold, and all of that. And yes, I did my part, and I put up the billboards. I paid parish council. I don't know what happened, and I thought that the promotion was going so well. I think I even put it on the radio because I live about 3 hours or 4 hours from the venue. So I live in St. Anne, and it was at Mannings High School, Westmoreland. I think it was Sublamar. Yeah, if you know, you know. So I put it on the radio. Wow. Wow. So somebody called me from there and said, Sebastian, blah, blah, blah. And it was, I don't remember the exact conversation, but they said to me that, Sebastian, the banners are not up. And my spirit dropped from there. Because I, within myself, know that I paid parish council. I paid parish council for the banners to be erected. So there was no reason for them to be taken down. And so, long and behold, the banners came down. I found out that some weeks before the event, or not sure how, the time span, but it was some time before the event. And there was nothing I could do because the banners cost so much, and I didn't have the resource to print more. And I remember it was, as I said, I don't drive, so it was about 3-4 hours for me. So what I did, my cousin went down with me about 2 days before the event. I said, I don't even know what can be done. But I said, let's print flyers and let's print flyers and see how best we can make this thing work. Because guess what? It's been advertised already, and I don't know how to cancel the event. It don't make any sense to cancel because I'm gonna have to reprint all the billboards again. Well, either way I had to print the billboards if I was gonna just replace them before the event. And if I cancel, I would have to replace them. So I said it would cost too much to do but the entire event. Let's hope that person knows about the event, and I've been posting it on social media. So then I went down about 2 nights before the event, and I said, let's print some flyers and give them out in the town. And so I walk. So exactly what I thought. Person was saying, we didn't know about the event and blah, blah, blah. But nevertheless, the night of the event came, I was already there. My church family came down to supporting me. The artists came down. I think Joan Flemings, she's one of those artists that I grew up listening to on the radio and seeing her in concert. And I wow. There's so much ratings there because she knew that I didn't have the money to pay and all that. So she said, you know what? She took drive down to my house and she traveled with my church family that night to the event in Westmoreland, and she came up back with the bus to show you how supportive she was of my ministry in my earlier days. Yeah, and night of the event came, as I thought. Not many persons knew about the event. And yeah, the event started. I got so depressed. Because there was nobody in the venue. I think there were 300 chairs. If 50 persons were there, yeah. The artist was saying to me, Sebastian, what happened? I don't know, because this venue is like we've been here so many times and it's always a packed venue. It's always a packed venue. And I said, yes, I've been here too, and I can agree with you. I don't know what happened. And event started. I said, listen, man, just go through the event because I can't redo this. I can't cancel and start over again. It's gonna take too much. And yeah, long and short of it, I remember before they called me on stage at night, I think my church sister at the time, she's married now, and she's worshiping at she's married to a pastor right now. I can call her name, Danette. Her name was Danette Darby at the time. Now she's now married to a pastor. Her name is Danette Morris. And she was standing beside me. She's one of those, we're not so close again, we were very close back then. Yeah, but she was one of those really supportive friend of mine, and she was standing beside me, and then I knew she saw when tears start to flow from my eyes, because basically, you put on some event to make some money. Yeah, spreading the gospel, yes, but you want some money out of the event. And none of that took place. Because, as I said, if 50 persons came out, 50 enough was there. So, and I remember the tears started to flow from my eyes. Just as they were about to call me and say, hey, and she said, stop the crying, man. Go sing, and yeah, man, don't worry about it. God will restore everything. And for some reason, I dried the tears from my eyes, and I went up and I sang that night. And my God, I really sing. You would feel that it was 500, 600, 700 people in that venue, and all the artists performed. And we packed up the venue and we left. I think there was even food. I even chartered a van with food, and they came down and was selling food for the night. All of the food we had to give away. But here am I today. My name is being called, and majority of the radio stations here in Jamaica playing my music, all because I didn't give up. I felt so depressed that night. I still put on events, and my events are much more successful these days. But here am I. Just want to say to somebody out there, you have a dream, hey, you keep trying to, and it seems like everything is against it. And I want to tell you, just keep going. Hey, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because I didn't give up. I wanted to. I'm not going to kid you. I wanted to at some point. I wanted to. But here am I. I didn't give up. And there's so many more stories that I can share. And I've said, and I can say today, I've held on. But I just hear my today. If you walk on the road, you can see my name somewhere on a billboard. If you turn on the TV, maybe on a program, you'll see my name and picture. Hear my today. If you turn on the radio, hear my voice at some point throughout the day, singing. Because I held on. And I just want to say to everyone out there, if you're listening to me today, keep holding on, man. Keep holding on. If God made you a promise, He'll keep His end of the bargain. Just keep holding on. Keep trusting Him. Keep believing Him. What He says, He will do. I'm a living proof, and I'm a living testimony that God is able to keep you even in a droughtville season. He's able to keep you. If He promised you this, keep Him at His word. Hold Him to His word. And remember that your timing is not His timing. No, sir. You and God have two different timing. Don't hurry God. If He promises you something, He will deliver. But don't you try to hurry Him. Yeah, don't try to hurry God. I've done that so many times and it don't work. So, yeah, that's the message of my video. If you have a dream, keep pushing. You keep going, and you keep things failing. Keep pushing. Try again. Try again. It won't kill you. You're still alive. As long as you have breath, there's still hope. As long as you have breath, there is still hope. Keep trying. Keep trying. And I'm sure that God will see you through. God bless you.